Hello my friends, Ahsoka the Geek here, and for this review we're going to take a look at the new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse New 52 Static Shock. So really stoked to have a Static Shock figure. I know a lot of folks are a little bummed with the suit they went with. I'm not. I love it. I think it looks great. It's a really unique design. Not the one I was expecting. The one on the back is actually different than what is in the figure, so that's a little interesting that they did that. But I actually like the one in the back as well, but I'm happy with this figure. I definitely would like a more classic Static Shock figure as well, of course, but I'm happy that we have this version of Static nevertheless. There he is in all his plastic packaging glory. Looks really nice. I love the pose they put him in the packaging. Makes it look super dynamic. I got this figure from the McFarlane Toys online store. Haven't seen this yet in retail. Don't know if he's hitting retail yet, but hopefully he is soon. Anyways, without further ado, let's get him out of the packaging and take a look. Alright my friends, so here's Static Shock outside of the packaging. So Static comes with the typical McFarlane stand. Also comes with a lovely trading card. There it is. Again, costume on the trading card. Doesn't match the figure. That's okay. Still a nice trading card. Lovely. There it is. And then here is Static himself. So he does come with this base, actually. This floaty base that I think he floats on or flies on. So that's cool. So look, you can make Static fly. Would have been cool if it had something that made it, like a plastic attachment so to actually stand on the base. Otherwise, you just kind of put him here and he's standing on it. It would have been cool if it had an effect that made it, aerial. But it's okay. It's still a cool effect. I'm glad they did something like that. So there's the base. And then he does come with some lightning projectiles. Now, we do get a lot of lightning projectiles, I feel like, with the DC line of figures. There's a lot of, lightning bolts and things like that. I actually like these ones quite a bit because it looks like he's, forming the energy around his hands and is about to blast someone with it. So that's cool. So I really like the blast effects that Static comes with. And then finally, let's take a look at the figure itself. So really love the snazzy costume. This is such a costume. I love superhero costumes. I mean, for God's sakes, I read comic books. I love superhero movies. So a big part of it for me is obviously the costumes. I mean, who else gets super excited when they announce that our favorite hero is going to have a new costume and just waiting for that reveal? I don't know what it is, man. We're just deep down, we're all just fashion nerds apparently, because we love when we see our favorite characters get different costumes and eventually go back to their original ones. Anyway, it's my little tangent for the morning. But yeah, I love the suit, love the design, nice paint applications, love this cloak, man, or this jacket, this trench coat. I don't know, I just really dig it. Look at that. Good articulation, really nice articulation on this. Look, he's got a little toe articulation there. Looks great. There's the arms, the head, good range of motion with the head. Gives some good poses. And there we go. So yeah, really stoked about this figure. I really love Static Shock. I would like it when we get more characters that we've never gotten before. Like DC Direct did one Static Shock figure in the DC Icons line, which is, the smaller scale, almost 5-inch scale line. And I don't think Mattel ever did a Static Shock figure for, their Multiverse line. I believe they did it for the Justice League Unlimited line, but not for the Multiverse line. So this might be our first, over 6-inch scale Static Shock figure, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I think they did a great job with it. I'm really happy to have him. And let's see how he looks next to some other figures. Alright, so here's Static Shock next to a few other characters. So first of all, here's that DC Icons Static Shock that I mentioned earlier, and you can see how small he is next to these guys. So definitely happy that we have a, more scale appropriate Static Shock. He does look better, obviously, with 7-inch figures, but he is a 7-inch figure. So yeah, the DC Icons one, of course they put the stand away. There we go. It's a beautiful design. This is classic, first appearance Static Shock, and I dig it. Even have the Malcolm X hat on there, so that's freaking awesome. And yeah, I love this figure. I love the DC Icons line. I wish it was a bigger scale, but it was such a weird scale. Like it was a 6-inch scale line that was barely 6 inches. So that was always a bummer. But man, you got some gems like this. Look at this figure. It's just a really lovely Static Shock figure. So there's the OG Static Shock, but again, doesn't scale very well. So you can see how Static Shock, the new one, looks next to some other McFarlane figures. We got Death Metal Superman. We have Deathstorm from the Blackest Night line. So yeah, he's a little bit shorter than Superman and Deathstorm, which I appreciate. I think he is a younger character, so it makes sense that he's a little bit shorter. You don't want all of them being the same height. So yeah, I'm totally cool with that. But there you go. So as always, look for more content on my Instagram page, plug, and I'll have more reels and pictures and photographs on there. In the meantime, though, let me know what you think. Are you going to be picking up Static Shock? Do you like this design for the character? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. As always, appreciate you watching this video, taking the time out of your day to watch it. Always appreciate that. And have a great day.